Hey everybody, so this is part two of my Costa Rica recap. We're going to talk about San Jose today. I got to spend a month in downtown San Jose. It's a pretty busy place. I tell people to imagine that someone took Manhattan's like meatpacking warehouse districts and New Orleans um, and kind of like any downtown area in the United States, and that is downtown San Jose. It's just like crazy down there. Um, Lots of shopping, lots of casinos, lots of food. My favorite thing about downtown San Jose was the street art. The street art is absolutely amazing in all of Costa Rica. Um, it's more prevalent in downtown San Jose because there's more buildings, I guess, to tag, but it's really beautiful, really colorful. Some of it is made from like unconventional things like tiles, like bathroom towel and all types of stuff. Also, I love that the kids break dance in the park. Like every day, they're out there breakdancing. It's like a whole thing. I love it so much. Um, I definitely enjoy that watching them do that. I didn't know people still did breakdancing. I thought that went out like in the 80s, but apparently it's a thing in Costa Rica. Another thing I loved about downtown was that I got to discover what Tico tacos are. Guys, Tico tacos are amazing, and Ticos are what Costa Ricans call themselves. Um, they're not your traditional taco, the way that we think of tacos. They are like, okay, so it's meat, chicken, beef, whatever, rolled up in a tortilla, deep fried. Yes, deep fried. And then all of the toppings go on the outside. So like all of the cheese and the lettuce or cabbage or whatever and the sauce gets sprinkled over top of it. It's amazing. It's life changing. It will change your whole perspective on tacos. Um, you should know that it gets kind of cold in the city, especially at night. It's rainy season most of the year, like May through October. So November through April, yes, are the suggested times to visit. But it rains every day, not all day, but definitely every day. It's kind of like a springtime vibe, springtime feel during the day, maybe like, high 60s to mid 70s. Sometimes it gets to the 80s. But at night, it is cold. At least I think it's cold. I think anything under 75 degrees is cold. So it was definitely under 75 degrees most days. So pack a raincoat or buy an umbrella. It's very easy to get around. They have Uber. They also have Uber Eats if you don't feel like going outside. Some of my favorite things to do were really just to walk around the city. It's a really busy city, but there's like stuff everywhere. They have a zoo. There's lots of museums. Sorry, it's not a zoo. It's a rescue center. It is an animal rescue center. They catch animals that are injured. They nurse them back to health, and then they release them back in the wild. Okay. Um, they have lots of museums, lots of really beautiful buildings. You can find really nice walking tours. The Central Market is a nice place to check out if you are from Baltimore, Maryland, or Maryland in general, or if you visited Maryland and gone to Lexington Market. It is like Lexington Market times 10, maybe times 100, honestly, because it is huge. It is massive inside of there, and there's nothing that you can't get inside of there. Coffee is a really big thing in Costa Rica. The volcanic soil makes the coffee some of the best coffee in the world. I don't personally drink coffee, but I hear it's amazing. Um, let's see. There, it's supposed to be a pretty decent nightlife scene. I didn't go out much at night. I'm traveling by myself, and so I try to be safe. So if I didn't have a group, there wasn't a group tour, like a group that I could link up with, I didn't really go out at night like that. But the nightlife is supposed to be nice, supposed to be fun. They have these things called sodas, which are like little eateries. They're all throughout Costa Rica. I would recommend the ones that are not in the city. The ones in the city weren't that great. It's just like a lot of food on hot beds that had been sitting out too long, and it was kind of chewy and not that fantastic. So you can skip right over that. Promise you, you won't be missing anything at all. It's not hard to get to like any of like the little bordering neighborhoods, or like we would consider them counties. And they have lots of restaurants and things up there, not as heavily populated. Most of them are like maybe 20 minutes out of the city or something like that. The great thing about Costa Rica in general, just as an overall note, there is no place in Costa Rica that you do not have an amazing view. Whether it be a view of the beach, a view of the mountains, a view of the volcano, wonderful vegetation. I don't care if you live in the slums, there's a view. There's something to look at, marvel at, and just be amazed at how beautiful it is. The whole country is beautiful. It is. It's just a beautiful country. It's not super cheap in Costa Rica. It's pretty much equivalent, for the most part, give or take, as it is in the States. I did find that things in the city were slightly cheaper than things on the either one of the coasts, the Pacific coast or the Caribbean coast, and I'm just thinking that might have to do with like transportation, because I stayed in some really small beach towns when I was on both of the coasts. So maybe it's just like a transport thing. Also, mail, not really a thing. Not a super thing. It's kind of hard to get mail there, and even if you do get mail, there are all these taxes attached to it, especially if it's coming from another country. Now, Costa Rica has started a nomad program. They're trying to get more international nomads to come to the country, stay in the country for an extended period of time. The initial, I think, time frame is 1 year, but can be extended up to 2 years. You just have to apply, and the basic requirements are that you have a job, that you can prove that you make about $3,000 a month from that job, and that you just have health insurance. That's what it is. It's health insurance. You need to have health insurance. And you can set up shop in Costa Rica for a little while and explore the place on your own. I will be making another video that simply just talks about the food, the stuff that I ate there. I ate a lot of stuff. It was all very good. The food in Costa Rica is good. I didn't have a lot of things that were like out of this world good, like oh my god. Except those Tico tacos did change my perspective on tacos. I can't lie, they were really really good. Um, but not a whole lot of food revelations. Mm, Correction, sorry, almost lied to y'all. The meat, the meat in Costa Rica, and by meat I mean beef, um, is amazing. The steaks, the burgers, any cut of meat you have, the tenderloins, the filet mignon. It's something about the cows, and since most of Costa Rica soil is volcanic soil, the cows eat the grass, and it does something to like their meat, and it tastes like creamy and savory all at the same time. It's just delicious. Literally, I was eating steak. I didn't even need a steak knife. I used a butter knife. I used a butter knife to cut my steak, and it cut like butter. Amazing. So, if you don't eat meat, sorry. But if you do, get into it. Just if you see tenderloin on the menu, just get it. There are plenty of vegan options if you don't eat meat, which is fine. Um, and I'm sure that they're delicious. But I'm a meatitarian, so I eat the beef. Um, that's really about it. If you have any specific questions about San Jose or downtown San Jose, hit me up. Drop a comment, and I will absolutely get back to you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and look out for part three. Part three will be about Samara, which is on the Pacific coast of Costa Rica. Little beach town, real chill vibe. Until next time, happy travels. Oh, I almost forgot. McDonald's. McDonald's in San Jose has amazing fried chicken. You heard me right. Fried chicken. It is McCrispy Pollo. Yep, that's what it is. It is amazing, and I thought that it was a lie. But a Costa Rican told me. He told me, and he was my tour guide. He told me that McDonald's has the best fried chicken in all of Costa Rica, and I had to check it out for myself. And he was not lying. He was 100% spot on, accurate. And I had chicken all through the country just to make sure it wasn't a fluke, and it wasn't. So if you happen to be in Costa Rica and you see a McDonald's, you stop and get you some fried chicken. It comes in 2-piece and 3-piece. Don't say I didn't tell you.